Hey guys, Jesse Adams here, and thanks for joining my channel. On behalf of my brokerage, Mason Amelia, I proudly present this beautiful 2015 Mirage, November 124 Echo Delta. This 2015 is coming to market with only 1,360 hours total time since new, beautiful paint and cosmetics, and we're going to tell you all about this plane and what the PA-46 series has to offer. Having about 500 hours in these types of airplanes myself, I think it's a perfect step up from a Sirius or other high-performance piston that you might be flying. It has a TSIO 540 Lycoming twin turbocharged engine, and it has pressurized seating for 6. So this plane has flight into known icing. It has boots on the wings and tail. It has a heated windshield, a heated prop. It being a pressurized aircraft, now it has the implementation of onboard weather radar. This is a Garmin GWX68. We'll talk a little bit more when we do the avionics inside. And at flight level 250, you have a cabin of about 8,500 feet. The range on this plane is in excess of 1,000 nautical miles, sipping at just over 21 gallons an hour. And again, pressurized comfort, guys. You're going to see in the still shots, the paint is beautiful. The sterling and the blue really pop in the sun. And this is one of the final serial numbers that Piper offered in the Mirage before they rebranded to them 350. So as we go inside, I'm going to introduce you to Evelyn here. She's the professional pilot. Hey guys, I wanted to give you an opportunity to see this plane here at San Antonio, how it's hangared, how it's kept. It's a beautiful opportunity. Hey Evelyn, thanks for joining us. Okay, I'm going to turn it over to her. We're going to go inside the plane and we're going to tell you a little bit more about the avionics and what it has to offer. All right, hopping into 124 Echo Delta. So like I was saying on the noisy ramp, I have about 500 hours in the PA-46. I've flown clients. I've gotten to take my own family and trips from coast to coast in the PA-46. And really, guys, cabin comfort is really key in this airplane. The max differential pressure, Evelyn, is it 5.7 in this?
Yeah, about 5.6, 5.7.
5.6, 5.7. So it'll give you a max cabin altitude of around 8,500 feet at flight level 250. And it's, like I said, it's very comfortable. What I love is the space. I have a couple of feet between the rear facing passenger and myself. We have a tray table, which folds out that I really like, which is nice for kids or a computer, to work on. And the Mirage, the piston PA-46s, you have 2 baggage areas. You have an unpressurized baggage compartment in the front nose that holds about 100 pounds, and you can have golf clubs there. It's pretty sizable for volume or a rollerboard. And in the back, we have another 100-pound capacity. So again, guys, this is a great cabin, about 50 inches wide, very comfortable for the wife and family. So normally, I don't get to sit in this seat. They say this is the queen's seat right here, because she gets to face up front, but maybe I could be the king, right? Because I'm back here and Evelyn, the pro pilot's up front. Again, we'll talk to Evelyn in a second, guys. But yeah, this PA-46, it is super comfortable. We have window shades here. We have courtesy lighting. It is a great cabin. And I am so fond of the PA-46. It could actually be a plane that I purchased for my personal and business use this year. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it over to you, Evelyn, up front.
Awesome.
Okay, guys, I'm going to turn it over to Evelyn.
Hello, Jesse.
Professional pilot joining us today. So, Evelyn, if you want to just tell folks a brief overview of your background. You're a pro pilot, and you don't just fly the PA-46. You have some impressive airframes in your logbook. So, anything from tail draggers to twin engines, right?
Yeah, so basically, yeah, you're right. Tail draggers. I have some type ratings. I fly so jets. So yeah, it basically goes like that. Not just a PA-46, but the PA-46 is actually quite a nice plane. It's neat.
It's so efficient, right? Because you fly a variety of the owner flown, turboprops and pistons, and you guys like this plane. It works well for you and your clients' missions.
Exactly, yeah. It's really efficient. The owners love it when they're pilots too, because it's easy to fly. They have fun with it, and it's pretty efficient.
Absolutely. So since you join us and you're mastering this plane, Let's talk about the avionics. So these avionics, it's a G1000, right? So if you're flying a Cirrus or another kind of airplane, whether it's a 182 or a Mooney or a G1000 Cirrus, G1000 is G1000, you'll notice that you have dual 10-inch PFDs, so an additional PFD, and you have a 15-inch MFD. There's so much real estate and so much information on this plane. Sometimes when I flew one, I would put them on the backup display reversionary mode, and I would have the PFD in the center, and I would think I'm flying the big Cirrus. But Evelyn, I think what would be great, if you could give us a brief tour, if you don't mind, on the MFD, on some of the chapters. And if you could just start on the first chapter, on the map chapter of the MFD, that would be great.
Awesome. Yeah, sure. So here we're on the map. That's basically what you use most of the flight, and you have all of your traffic in here. You have ADS-B in, so you can see the altitudes and everything on there.
Actually, Evelyn, could you use the cursor and hover over one of those targets? Because again, ADS-B in, I think, is a great feature. Okay, so we actually have the tail number. So 300 is that Mike Charlie. We can light him up on a form for cutting us off later. That's one of the benefits. ADS-B in is a great upgrade. Any other thing on the map page or map chapter that you use often?
Yeah, something very useful is the weather radar. We have the weather radar on here. Yeah, for summer days, it's great.
Yeah, so flight level 250, guys, I say there's, you're flying in a different regime of flight, right? So 250, Evelyn, on the Mirage, are you guys seeing probably over 200 true on a modest temperature day?
Yes, exactly. Over 200, yes.
Okay, and about 21 and a half gallons an hour?
Yeah, it's pretty efficient. 21 and a half and 200 true. What else can you ask for, right?
Yeah, so this plane, it's pressurized, guys, so probably about 8,500 foot cabin. And the pressurization, what I love, I was telling you guys, so again, this is one of the final serial numbers of the Piper Mirage. So being one of the final serial numbers of the Piper Mirage, it has, it's going to have everything that the rebrand to them 350 has. The difference, though, on them 350, they just differentiated. They changed up the luminescent panel on top, and they slightly further integrated the pressurization. But it's essentially the same aircraft as the Mirage, and we're looking about half the price for it, the same plane, being a 2015 versus a current production M350. Okay, cool, Evelyn. If you could tell them a little bit about the next page or auxiliary.
Sure. So here we do all of our weight planning. We have some trip planning information on here. You also get your GPS status, so you can always check that you have enough coverage. So yeah, you basically use this at the beginning. I usually plan it for the fuel and stuff. And then we have the flight plan. From here, we're going to Dallas, so we can just go ahead and show you guys how we plan something. So we go in and type airport there. And let's put our departure on here too.
Probably, yeah, Alamo 4.
Yeah. So we got that on there. Let's load our arrival too, now that we're here.
Do you have a lot of time on G1000, I assume?
Yeah, more than maybe 300-400 hours or 500 hours.
Yeah, I tell people that G1000, it's like a language to learn, but once you learn it, there's no going anywhere else. The Garmin is the definitely the most capable system.
Yeah, it's pretty. Once you get the hang of it, it's really easy to use, and every time you use another airplane with G1000, you can just ease into it.
Yeah, great transition from a Cirrus or another flight kind.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we got our flight plan there loaded. We're all ready to go. Then after our flight plan, we have our systems page. We can monitor the temperatures, check that everything's okay in flight. Lastly, we have all of our nearest. So this is really great in flight. You have your airports there, frequencies. You can just load the frequencies direct into your comms. We have also our intersections, NDBs, VORs. So we have everything on here. It's really great in flight.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you loaded up the flight plan. So if you want to, go flying, you're pretty much all set up for that. Can you spend just a moment talking about the de-ice capabilities, Evelyn, that you've had a chance to use in this plane, like how you operate them and how they work?
Yeah. So basically here in this section, we have all of our icing equipment. So we have our pitot heat, prop heat, stall warning heat, windshield heat. So it can go into non-icing. You basically just go ahead and put all of your anti-icing systems on before entering, and they work pretty well.
Absolutely. Well, Evelyn, thanks for giving us a tour of the G1000 flight deck. And it's pretty amazing that, you and your father have such a great reputation as corporate pilots in the area. So thanks for giving us a tour of 124 Echo Delta. And from this point, guys, if you would like to learn more about this great plane, again, 124 Echo Delta, it will be coming to market exclusively at my brokerage, Mason Amelia. I look forward to telling you more about it and all this plane has to offer.